Kill all non-mods. Jay Darky, you see the thread about how you're a piece of shit who disagrees with me on the DFF subreddit? Who were like, sick of this fucking Jay Darky. Jamie Darky. She fucking up in this stream fucking disagreeing with fucking TJ. Fucking cunt. This is fucking crazy. I'm like, why, huh? Why are you white knighting for me like this? I think it reflects pretty poorly on the stream when one of the fucking moderators fucking arguing with the fucking host. Like, it seemed like a pretty reasoned sort of back and forth to me, but I guess, I don't know. Wasn't Futurama already rebooted? Didn't that already happen? Really needed another one? Like, I don't know, I feel like there's enough Futurama, you know what I mean? At a certain point, it becomes The Simpsons, right? You gotta, like, quit while you're ahead. DFF has a subreddit. Yeah, don't go there. It's horrible. 90% of the shit's about Vosh most of the time. People are just like, you ever notice Vosh is a fucking wanker? It's like, what does this have to do with anything? This is not the Vosh complaint subreddit. I don't know why you're doing this. Testing out my streaming stuff. Yeah, that dude. Does anyone else just feel like Paul is emotionally unstable? It's like, didn't you make this thread every week for the past 6 weeks? Does anyone else feel like? It's like, ugh. Just fucking move on then. I don't know. What do you want? Like, what are you fucking hoping for? Like, there's just gonna be like this giant, wow, what insight. Ooh, you're so right. We're gonna follow you now. Fuck Paul. You know what I mean? Like, shut up. Yeah, we are gonna get another bearded dragon, but we're gonna use this as a opportunity to upgrade the tank, so that our next beardy has a better tank. Yeah. Why won't Paul conform to what I think he should be? What's fucking wrong with Paul? I guess that the British voice is my new idiot voice. Whenever I think someone's really dumb, I no longer go to redneck, I go to British. So that's where you guys if you're anyone British just watching this, that's where you're at now. You're the new redneck. Hey Ashley. Super Saiyan 0 Ugh crisps. Yeah, tell me about it. Hideous. I do not like this lighting. I didn't like when that bright ass light was on though. So I don't know. I don't know what to fucking do. I've literally heard how America is the new Roman Empire and it's going to fall just like the Roman Empire for the entire duration of my life. Which at this point is getting pretty lengthy, for a human being. 36, it's like middle age, right? So now I'm there. It wasn't too long ago I was laughing at a Gorilla 199 for calling me a middle-aged man, but a scant few 15 years later, he's right. I am. Took centuries for Rome to fall, yeah. I mean, it's kind of arguable whether or not Rome actually fell. It really more just kind of degraded over time. You're an old man, Che. I'll be back in 25 years to collect your admission of being old. Thanks. By then I'll have Alzheimer's and I won't even remember that you said that. Like, what? Who? Huh? Speak up. Mason, who now? What'd you say? What? What? Quit talking. You're confusing me. Yeah, the death stream. That'll be a good one. I'm fucking dying. Give me a super chat. I'm dying for super chats. Maybe I'll like the light better if I lean back more. That is better. I have a new investment strategy. I am, from now on, whenever I hear that a company is evil or corrupt, I will buy some of its stock. It's my new rule. Anytime I see a story about an evil corporation, I'm going to start just be like, okay, well, it's evil, it's going to do well. Buying some. I think it's a pretty sound strategy. I'm expecting big dividends. Talk about weed stocks. Yeah, it's Dimmy Jor. Here for your viewing pleasure. High is Bitcoin gonna get? Like, ultimately? I don't know. I keep thinking it's at its top, and then it's like, oh, okay, it keeps going. Ben Shapiro has come out as gay. Everybody wish him well. Yeah. I sold at $34,000 and I regret it. Will you and Paul review Shapiro's new movie? What is that one? The Hunt, Die, Kill, or what? I can't remember the name of the fucking thing. Run, Hide, Fight? What is it? What the fuck is it called? I cannot remember the name of the damn thing, so. Yeah, it's a stupid title. Run, hide, fight. Run, hide, fight. I don't know. I mean, I watched the trailer and I did not cringe at the trailer. I thought it looked at least like a real movie. I don't know. It was kind of a ballsy premise. I've never seen a movie that's centered around a school shooting before. I don't know. Seems like it might be kind of fun. Fuck. But then I hear that it's really bad, so I don't know. Shit, shower, shave. Review Abigail Shapiro's boobers. No, I don't look at conservative boobers. Unless they belong to Gina fucking whatever her name is, Canova or whatever the fuck. The bitch got fired. Cancel, bitch. She got some nice ones. Her whole body is good. I don't know. I like them thick ladies. She's thick and she's tough. God, I wish she wasn't a fucking idiot. That'd be so good. Abigail Shapiro just looks like Ben Shapiro in drag. I can't get over it. Yeah, you can't help but see Ben Shapiro in that face. And it's not like she's any better than him either, you know, like the shit she talks is just as dumb. So, like, even if you could get past that, it's not like you got anything to look forward to on the other side. Right? So, fuck all that. She's just an ugly looking motherfucker, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't find Abigail Shapiro attractive. Yeah, you read the thread, huh? I was just like, what? It's so dumb. Yeah, sorry about how stupid the subreddit is. My bad. It's not really our subreddit's fault. It's the fault of Reddit as a contrivance. It's really just a bad place that shouldn't exist. It's a sad making place. Substep. It makes her hotter that Gina's stupid. You've seen the BS that comes out of her mouth. I doubt she cares what goes in. I'm not attracted to stupid people. But she is really hot, so I don't know. I don't know. She's pretty much like physically exactly what I like. So it is a little hard for me to not be somewhat attracted, but I mean, I don't know, man. I was always happy when I saw her in that fucking show because I was like, damn, that girl thick. And I never would have even known she was stupid before you fuckers canceled her ass. I never would have known. I wasn't on her social media. I wasn't fucking following her stupid ass Instagram or TikTok or none of that bullshit. I never would have known in a million years that she was a dumb bitch. I just thought, wow, she's the hot chick from The Mandalorian. She's fucking hot. And she's cool, and she fights people, and she's tough, you know. And that would have been all I ever knew. But then you guys had to fucking, win, boo-hoo, cancel. And now all of a sudden, now I know how stupid she is. And it, like, takes away, like, at least 38.1% of the attractiveness. And it's like, what'd you do this to me? You know? Me and her had something good going, and you fucking fucked it up. Because you just callously don't care. It's fucking bullshit. It's wrong. I'm opposed to, like, what you've done. Just want to say that. She wasn't in the show much. She was in, like, fucking 5 or 6 episodes of the motherfucker. And I think in, like, 2, she was featured pretty goddamn heavily. And then she cameoed a bunch of other times. replace her character with another. What a stupid comment. Of course they can, but, you know. She say the N-word? No. She compared conservatives in America today to Jews in, like, the lead up to the Holocaust. She's really dumb, but, like, what are you gonna do, you know? You know? I think Disney is ableist for canceling her just for being a retard. It's not fair. She really didn't, though. I mean, I saw what she posted, so... Yeah, she did. Sorry, what? How do you handle living with people you don't get along with? Axe murder. That's a joke. Don't actually kill anybody and blame it on me. I don't need it. Yeah, I saw Nathan J. Robinson got fired from, was it The Guardian, for criticizing Israel? Pretty messed up. Can't criticize Israel. Seems like that's the one country on this planet that you're not allowed to criticize. Very strange. Criticize any other country you want, as much as you want, no problem. Criticize Israel, you're fucking shit canned. It's very strange. She engaged in misinformation on voter fraud, posted anti-mask memes as well, even some transphobic stuff a while back. Yeah. I mean, sure, she's conservative. That's what they do. Like, everything you just said is like, that's what conservatives are. So I don't get this fucking weird shtick where it's like, she claimed she was canceled for being a conservative, but that's not true. She was actually canceled for, and then people list a bunch of stuff that conservatives are all about. Like, she was spreading conspiracy theories. It's like, you mean like a conservative? She was transphobic. You mean like a conservative? She was spreading misinformation about the, like, you know? I mean, it's like all that shit. Yeah, that's what conservatives are. Like, do you guys not know what a conservative is? I don't know, man. Seems kind of weird. We've gotten to this point where it's like, oh no, someone who's a conservative can't possibly be in a show that I watch. Like, I don't know. Seems a little extreme to me. A public figure who represents Disney should encourage smart to keep them themselves. Yeah. I mean, I forgot she was representing the moral paragon that is Disney, right? Not like their hands are fucking drenched in blood. What happened to your enemy, Brett Keane? He died. It was very tragic. Opinions are bad for profit. Are they, though? Disney has a right to not want to be associated with that stuff. Yeah, I guess. They have a right to fucking associate themselves with the Uyghur genocide in China, too, if they want. That's always cool. When are you going to release the Marilyn Manson video? Whenever it's fucking ready to go, stupid. Love a new series of Star Trek that follows a crew of mercenaries. I'd rather it be about Klingons. I'm not really interested in, like, leftists who instantly, when corporations censor conservatives, all of a sudden it's like, they can do what they want. It's like, I get shades of Mitt Romney fucking saying, corporations are people, my friend. It's like, I don't know. Siding with the evil empire to pwn the conservatives. It's like, I don't know. Fuck that. That being said, I have Disney stock, so whatever. I'm a hypocrite. Paul says lobsters are far less delicious than crab. I mean, it depends on the kind of crab, and it depends on the kind of lobster, and it depends on the skillfulness of the chef. You know, there's a lot of factors here. It's not like there's just one type of crab and one type of lobster and one level of freshness and one level of chef competency. You know, But I would say overall, crab is better for me. But I do love me some fucking lobster too. Crabs are hard to eat. I mean, it depends. Like, once again, you get a well cooked crab that's fresh and shit, it should come right out of the fucking leg. You know, you snap the leg, the meat should just pull right on out. I also agree that crab cakes are gross. But I don't know. A lot of people like them. My wife loves them. She thinks crab cakes are fucking the bomb. I've always kind of thought they were sort of nasty. I don't know. I like crab meat, so not sure why I'm so anti-crab cake, but I don't like them. That being said, I did make some salmon cakes before, and I hate salmon. I don't hate salmon. I'm just not the biggest salmon lover. But those salmon cakes were actually fucking delicious with some real basic ass remoulade sauce. But I'm not down with the fucking crab cakes. I don't know. Like crab, don't like crab cakes. Don't like salmon, like salmon cakes. Figure it out. I can't. I don't know. There are 50 species of... Yeah, see? So there you go. I could be fucking talking on my ass, too. Salmon, just... There's a general taste to a salmon that I don't typically like. You know, I do remember when I lived in Washington State, I did like some of the salmon I had up there. So, you know. Smoked salmon can be really good. Bugs of the sea. I don't understand why people like, okay, yeah, bugs of the sea. So what? I'm eating a giant bug. I don't give a fuck. A bug is just an animal. I eat animals. I'm not a fucking vegetarian. If I'm gonna eat a giant sea bug, so be it. It's good. I don't give a fuck. That's what I give a fuck about. You know what I mean? That's what I give a fuck about. Seen any good movies lately? I watched The Shining last night. Not for the first time or anything. But, you know, I love The Shining. It's like the 800th time I've watched it, but, you know. So maybe I'm getting... It's like, doesn't really have the same impact it once did, I guess. But, you know, it's still fun to watch. Really is a movie that... I've watched it about 1,000 times and I still haven't figured it out, so... I think that's kind of the fun about The Shining, is you can't really figure it out completely. What I think of Doctor Sleep, it's not as good as The Shining, but it's not a bad movie, honestly. If you don't hold it to the standard of being a successor to The Shining, which I really thought was going to be hard for me to do, but it actually wasn't very hard. Even with all the callbacks, it was just kind of like, whatever, it's its own thing. Is it as good? No. The Minotaur, there is no fucking Minotaur, dude. That documentary is fucking jacked up, okay? Have you guys seen the documentary Room 237? It's like various people's interpretations of The Shining. And there's this crazy bitch that spends like half an hour, it feels like, scrutinizing like a poster that's in the background of The Shining for like a second. That kind of, if you really, really, really fucking try to make it look like a Minotaur, sort of looks like a Minotaur, kinda. And she was just like going on and on about it. It's like, what are you fucking, what? There was another dude on that fucking documentary that was certain that Stanley Kubrick had used The Shining to confess that he had participated in faking the moon landing. Why else would they have a ski poster in a hotel that doesn't advertise skiing? Who cares? Like, It could just be a plot inconsistency. It could just be fucking Stanley Kubrick trying to throw you for a fucking loop. It could be that the actual hotel that it was shot at did have skiing. You know what I mean? Because it was shot at a real hotel. They didn't build a giant set. Who knows? But the fucking point is, it did not look enough like a minotaur for anyone to be like, oh, it's a minotaur. Look, minotaur, clearly a minotaur. I don't know. Even if you do believe there was something weird with that poster, it didn't look like a fucking minotaur. I mean, there's plot inconsistencies in the fucking movie, right? So, like, when Wendy is talking to the psychologist about Jack injuring their kid, can't remember his name off the top of my head, but whatever. When she started, Jack injuring the kid, she said it was 5 months ago, and then the movie says a month has passed, and then Jack references the same event, and he talks about it being 5 months ago. It's like, wait a minute, wouldn't it be 6 months ago by now? And you can just say, well, maybe he misspoke or whatever, and then there was like this other thing where Wendy said that he quit drinking after he'd hurt their son and that he'd been clean for 5 months, but then later it turns out that happened 3 years ago. Now, maybe that's because there were some relapses along the way, but the phrasing of the two tellings makes that pretty confusing. Well, he wasn't a drunk at the time, is the problem. Like, he'd been sober. That was the whole thing. Danny's the name of the kid. I kept wanting to say Andy in my head for some fucking reason. Probably because the kid from the Child's Play. I don't know. I just think Kubrick threw as much fucking mind fuck shit in that movie as possible, just so people would still be coming up with these crazy interpretations years later. I don't think there's a solution to the jigsaw puzzle. I think it's like kind of his prank of a movie in some ways. Why would it be good if the genders were reversed? I don't know. I just feel like it'd be actually interesting. Because, we've seen this toxic masculinity fucking sort of thing played out cinematically so many times now. It'd be cool to make an ultimate sort of like psycho bitch movie. Because I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the ultimate psycho bitch mom, psycho bitch wife fucking movie where she goes nuts and fucking starts like murdering her family or trying to. I think it'd be cool is that as she's actually going crazy, the dude is trying to convince her that she's going crazy, and then she's like thinking she's being gaslit and shit. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me I'm crazy. Meanwhile, she totally is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think it'd be cool. Matilda. I guess, like a Miss Trunchbull. Yeah. I married an axe murderer. I wouldn't say that one works for me for that reason. Can you explain what toxic masculinity is, TJ? Yeah, I would say that it's any instance in which the societal expectations placed on you as a man are counter to the best possible outcome in a situation, or in fact cause detriment. You adhere to like what you as a man have been programmed to do, and it has really terrible results. I would say that that's like toxic masculinity. I don't think you can call it toxic masculinity when testosterone as a biological sort of compound leads to bad results. Although I think some people would probably include that in their definition. But I would only go so far as to say that societally sort of inflicted ideas about masculinity are, Or I would also say, like, if society's if it's like, man up, walk it off kind of shit, and then you end up, injuring yourself worse, or you're afraid to seek help for a mental illness because it feels like unmanly to seek out help, or you don't ask for assistance, like financially, and you lose your house because you're too proud or some shit, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that, I think, would fall under that banner. Or like, you run off your daughter's boyfriend with threats of violence against him because society has told you that you're supposed to do that, or whatever the fuck, about toxic femininity, be the same definition, just reversed, Like, I think when a group of women socially ostracize another woman for, dressing weird or not being as adept at social situations or something, and then they, like, what happened in Carrie, for instance, that'd be like the same kind of thing. Like the girls in the locker room throwing tampons at Carrie, screaming "plug it up" in that old 70s flick / novel. I think that'd be like an idea of like, that'd be like toxic femininity if you wanted something like that. Which I don't think that there's any problem with that existing as a term. Joss Whedon allegations? I don't know. Who cares? I'm done with allegations. I don't give a fuck about allegations at this point. Anyone can tell a story, especially in this day and age. So I don't give a fuck. That's my take on any further. Hey, this celebrity, fucking people said bad stories about them. It's like, I don't care. Go away. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care if they're true, false, whatever. The TJ Kirk allegations, yeah. My comment is, go fuck yourself. Weinstein having testicular gangrene, gross. Weird take. Why? Why is it a weird take? I'm just tired of this fucking bullshit. Like, someone comes forth with a story. Marilyn Manson kept his house 60 degrees and it was very uncomfortable for me. I was abused. It's like, what? You see the Good Morning America with that bitch? Fucking Esme Bianco or whatever the fuck her stupid name is. Where she was all like, they asked her point blank, like, did you ever ask, like, she's like, I was abused, he was very rough sexually and stuff. It's like, well, did you ever ask him to stop? And she's like, no. It's like, what? You don't even, what? Huh? He was just too powerful to even ask to stop. It was not that kind of environment. It's like, what the fuck? Doesn't even make fucking sense. So I don't really give a fuck about it, because anybody can tell a story. I can fucking make allegations against fucking anybody. I can make Andy Ruiz, dude. Dude, I met Andy Ruiz one time at a fucking meetup, actually. And, he was getting real close to me. It was making me kind of uncomfortable. And later on, when I was in the fucking bathroom, I was at the urinal just trying to take a piss, and he reached around and fucking grabbed my cock and made me very uncomfortable. And I asked him to please stop. And he says, get over here, you banana-loving freak bitch. You belong to me. And he fucking shoved me up against the wall. You never went to my meeting? Oh, sure. Convenient. You know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit? The Corey Feldman allegations, I will admit, it did give me pause. That was the fucking most embarrassing. I can't believe actual news sites wrote up articles about what that fucking motherfucker said, dude. It's like, what the fuck? Corey Feldman is like, Marilyn Manson abused me because he invited me to dinner one time. Here's the accusations. Invited me to dinner, tried to get me to do cocaine with him, and wanted to be my friend. It's like, what? That's abuse? I'm sorry? I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, I got a whole video I'm going to do at some point, but like, oof. I get it. There's some other ones against Manson that are way more damning and shit that have to be taken more seriously, but there are some really dumb ones out there. Good night, Peyton. Hi, TJ. Put me to sleep. Yeah, just keep watching me. I'm sure I'll bore you to death at some point. What do I think of Ridley Scott's Hannibal? Personally, I think it's atrocious. I think it's a wildly uneven movie that does have some elements that are kind of fun. If he's trying to give cocaine to a kid, then that's bad. I'm pretty sure that when Corey Feldman and Marilyn Manson met, Corey Feldman was over fucking whatever age. So, say something interesting. I fucked your mom last night. The best Gordon Ramsay TV show? Probably, I mean, I always like Kitchen Nightmares, so. Yeah, it's like Corey Feldman and Marilyn Manson are all that fucking far apart in terms of their age, right? Like, Corey Feldman's like 52, isn't he? He looks fucking about the same. Yeah, I never really got into the hotel hell shit with Gordon Ramsay. I don't know. My favorite thing with Gordon Ramsay is just him shitting on other people's food, so Kitchen Nightmares really gave me the most of that. So, yeah. That Corey Feldman, the cover of Corey Feldman's album is probably the single ugliest image ever created by a human being. I don't think there is an uglier fucking thing you could possibly put into reality than that fucking album cover. No, I have not watched Real Time with Bill Maher in a long time. Ever since he went full shit lib, I've been unable to stomach his ass. You know, he used to have like somewhat of an independent take, but like when he started like talking about how much he loved like Klobuchar and Buttigieg and shit, I was just like, nah. This is over. You know, whatever. I used to think he was kind of funny back in the day here and there, but funny coming from the Vosh simp? Who, me? Or someone else? Because there's lots of Vosh simps running around these days. Kitchen Nightmares, I sum up thusly. Owner's delusions equal bubble, Gordon, needle. Booty jig. I love booty jig. Don't love booty judge. Booty edge. Boot edge. Vosh good, Vosh good. Vosh bad, Vosh bad. Vosh sad, Vosh sad. Vorsh. Here's some money. Thanks, Aaron. You're a sweet boy. You know who I've not seen fucking a goddamn glimpse of since she got into power is Kamala Harris. Or Kamala, or however the fuck it's supposed to be pronounced. Because I guess it's a big deal how you pronounce it. But I don't fucking know. I always called her Kamala, but I think that's wrong or something, so... Kamala Harris. Will Trump be impeached? Dude, it's... I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, I'm not watching any of this impeachment shit. I'm just fucking... I don't care. I'll see the results when they happen, you know. Just let me know who won. Right, that's true. He's already been impeached. But that's... People don't... People mean did the fucking... Yeah, like, did it fucking stick? They don't just mean, like, was the process initiated, you know? Kamala... Kamala? Kamala. Okay, gotcha. Kamala Harris. That's going to take some time for me to get used to. No one gave a shit that I mispronounced her name for years, but I guess that it became a big deal as of late. So... Yeah, I'll just keep calling her Kamala, then no one will care. I fear Trump's son running for president. Which one? Kamala isn't ugly. I mean, I agree, I guess. I don't really think she's ugly. TJ is king. That's true. Good point. Fair enough. Fair point. Pick a Trump child to run. Well, Barron is too fucking young to run for a while. Trump is not worth being afraid of right now. We also have bigger fish to fry like Biden. That's true. Trump, whichever, the darker haired of his kids, because the one with the blonder hair looks like a fucking mutant that no one would ever vote for. But the darker haired one looks like they could possibly fucking get their dick sucked by Republicans. What's your thoughts on alien abduction stories? All true, every single one. No, I don't know. I don't really believe in that. I think it's possible, I guess, but you know, that's a far cry from saying it's plausible. I don't know what Letterkenny is, or who. What movie would I like to have a sequel? I don't know. I feel like there's enough fucking sequels, you know? I feel like we don't need no more fucking sequels to shit. Maybe it's time for some not sequels to happen. How would you like to beat and get rid of cancel culture? I mean, just stop doing it. Like, it's just dumb. Stop giving so much of a fuck what fucking entertainers think about shit. Quit giving them this undue fucking concern for their beliefs politically and socially and whatever else. And their behavior. Unless they're outright raping people I guess. But even then, there should be something better than just like someone who says they did. Banana, right. Good point. Lucas Renzo Giovanetti gave $20. I disagree. Oh, there goes disagreeing Dark A again. In a society where the working class have so little power, cancel culture is one of the few ways in which we do have a little power over corporations and the powerful. I like that. I guess you could frame it that way. I don't really know that I would. I don't really feel like it's the working class exercising power. I feel like it's an angry mob on Twitter that really doesn't represent the majority view of most Americans. But whatever. I'm curious why you put First Blood in the D tier. Because it's boring. I never encountered even one person in my real life, black, white, whatever, that agreed with the cancellation of Roseanne Barr. In fact, the black people that I talked to about it seemed like they were actually more against it because they felt like it made them look like a bunch of crybabies to white America. And yet she was canceled so fucking quick. It's crazy to me. But I don't know. I mean, obviously this is all purely anecdotal, very limited sample size, etc. First Blood is way better than Rambo 3? No way. First Blood's easily the worst of the Rambo movies. Pong Master Fong, old school. I remember Pong Master Fong from long ago. $5, thank you. Thanks for sticking around so long too. Rambo 5 I've never seen, but I heard it was really, really bad. So, but Rambo 3 I love. It's so over the top. How can you not love it? First Blood is your favorite? I don't know. It's just so lame. Like, it's really boring and dumb. I guess it probably is the most, like, intellectually defensible, but it's not very entertaining for me anyway. Gee, there's a deep state, TJ? I mean, no, but I guess it depends on how you're going to define it. Need more explosions? All right, I'll try. How did canceling a Star Wars actor make Disney any less powerful? It didn't. I don't think I ever said that it did, so obviously it didn't. I mean, like, their stock went up since. Disney Plus is still set to easily to like pass Netflix this year, or if it hasn't already. It's not going to make any difference whatsoever to Disney. It wouldn't make any difference to them if they fucking didn't cancel. Like, they could fucking do either one and it wouldn't really make it wouldn't mean shit for them, honestly. Yeah, I would never make the argument that she was like essential. I mean, I'm not canceling my fucking Disney Plus. I'm not fucking gonna stop watching The Mandalorian or any other Star Wars shit they put out there. I'm gonna keep fucking doing it. I'm not fucking so butthurt about it that I'm gonna fucking like. I'm just saying I don't really agree with the decision, but I'm not so upset about it that I'm really gonna do anything other than just be like, I don't think that was necessary. That's about as fucking mad as I can muster myself to be. You wanted a hand job from her? You know what I really wanted? I wanted her to fucking squeeze my head between those goddamn thunder thighs. Just be like... I think she actually did that to a few dudes on that show, and I was always like, oh, you lucky fucking piece of shit. Whatever. Dude, when did I ever say I hated the Clone Wars? I haven't even watched the motherfuckers. I don't want to fucking, I don't give a fuck. I don't really want to watch them. You know? I just don't even want to get into it. Yeah, I will say Disney Plus, I mean, like, I don't feel like shit needs to have edge to be good or anything. Like, you know. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, you're not going to find anything too edgy on Disney Plus. Like, the edgiest shit on there is probably, like, 90s Simpsons. So, you know. Yeah, I just have a real bad feeling about that Clone Wars shit. And the people who tell me to watch it are people who are, like, no offense to them, all super fucking nerdy. So I think it's a show that works really well for super fucking nerdy people, but I'm not super fucking nerdy, okay? I'm moderately nerdy at best. At least that's what I like to think. Yeah, I guess that some of their old racist movies are a little edgy by default. Dude, I tried to watch the original Aladdin the other day, and there was like this dumbass warning in front of it. Like, it literally has like this like let me just fucking hold on. I want to read you the exact fucking verbiage on this shit. Because I was like flummoxed by it. I'm like, Aladdin has this shit now? Like, really? Like, we've gotten to the point where Aladdin's too much. Like, didn't you guys just remake that? But now the original, it's a fucking beloved classic, is like, uh-oh, it's bad. It's offensive or whatever the fuck. Stop it. Yeah, restart. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. This program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people and cultures. The stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. Rather than remove this content, we want to acknowledge... Fuck. They, like, fucking won't let you pause on it. You have to fucking... Rather than remove this content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation and create a more inclusive future together. Disney is committed to creating stories, inspirational, aspirational themes that reflect the rich diversity of the human experience around the globe. And they have some URL, there's no fucking possible way. Like, you couldn't even read it all. Like, what's even the point of having this, like, big screed at the beginning that's not even on the screen long enough for someone to fucking read? They already pussified fucking Aladdin to some extent, too. Because, there was a line in the song what is like something about like they cut out your tongue if they don't like your face, or they cut off your nose if they don't like your face, or some shit. You know, all these like lines about like throat slitting and shit, they all got cut out because it was like, oh no, that's offensive, you know. It's like, come on, man. It's not that offensive. I mean, like, how is it even it's like, how's it even fucking an insensitive fucking depiction? If anything, like, I mean, the fucking hero of the fucking story is like a Middle Eastern dude. Like, all the characters, good and bad, are Middle Eastern. Is it an accurate depiction of the Middle East? No, but it takes place in a fictional fucking kingdom called Agrabah that is not it doesn't represent any actual place that's ever existed. So, like, how can you determine what its fucking culture would be? It's barbaric, but hey, it's home. Arabian nights like Arabian days, more often than not, are hotter than hot in a lot of good ways. Hello, dark one. Hello, light one. Uh-oh. Corn Pop, you're not supposed to be in here. Where you at? Maybe he's not in here. Do you think over-contextualizing is more regressive than progressive? I just think that, like, there are movies out there that maybe could benefit from a little, like, contextual reframing, you know, in 2021. Like, there's definitely stuff that now is like, whoa, okay. Like, by modern standards, that's, like, hideously and horribly offensive. But, you know, Aladdin, though? I mean, like, really? Like, what is so insensitive about Aladdin to the point where it needs to be like, uh-oh, this is really fucking wrong, you guys? Like, I don't feel like there's anything in that movie like that. My favorite story about this kind of shit is Cartoon Network back in the day. They stopped airing Speedy Gonzalez shorts because it wasn't even because of Speedy. It was because of Speedy's cousin, Slowpoke Rodriguez. You know, I think. Maybe it was just Slowpoke they had an issue with. I don't remember. But he was like, you know, I'm Slowpoke Rodriguez. You know, talking that, like, very stereotypical voice and shit. And so they stopped showing those cartoons because, like, oh, this is horribly offensive to Hispanic people. And apparently the Hispanic community, like, got pissed at Cartoon Network and wrote, like, a bunch of letters like, fuck you, we like fucking Slowpoke. We like fucking Speedy Gonzalez, motherfuckers. And they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess you can have it back then, you know? So that's kind of my favorite. It's like they weren't even offended. Like, a bunch of fucking uptight white people got offended on their behalf. You know what I mean? It just gets silly sometimes. They're not even saying it's wrong. They're just acknowledging the updated depictions. They like specific. Hold on. I just said they specifically said it was wrong. Hold on. Let me play it again. This program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. Like, they're literally just saying, like, it's wrong. And also, even if they were just saying that, it's also stupidly unnecessary. Even if it was just like, hey, these depictions are outmoded. Like, so what? Like, what are they even depictions of? Citizens of Agrabah, a fucking fictional goddamn country, like, loosely based on the fucking Middle East. Like, who gives a shit? Be like fucking apologizing to the people of New York because, like, Gotham City was a fucking shithole, you know? Oh, it's kind of like New York, I guess, so sorry, people of New York, for this insensitive depiction in the form of Gotham City. It's like, what the fuck? You know? It's just silly. The people of New York are aware their city's a shithole. I'm just saying, you know. Hold on. I gotta piss. You guys gotta fucking watch a blank shit for a while. A fool off his guard. I guess I'm gonna have to turn that fucking shit on. TJ needs a bidet. I sure do. Hey there, corn pop. Do an Eric Cartman impression. Here's my impression of Eric Cartman putting you in timeout for being annoying. Money for pissing, chicks for free. That's a song that's like pretty controversial, I guess, too. The fucking, because it says faggot in it a couple times. It says, that little faggot got his own jet airplane. That little faggot, he's a millionaire. So that song has been in shit a few times. Sometimes when people are used to the radio edit of it and they hear the real version, they get like a real big shock and they're like, you know. But it's like the band is like calling themselves that from the perspective of like movers that are like stuck in some dead-end job, and it's like out of fucking pure jealousy that they're uttering that. So it's like, I don't know. Doesn't really seem like a homophobic instance of the use of the word to me, but you know. Oh yeah, when I was in school, faggot was definitely the ultimate insult. There was no fucking graver thing. It was like, oh no, you know, you are the worst possible thing. There's nothing worse, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, if I was in school, there was nothing you could be called that was worse than that. Like, literally. Like, if they said you, like, fucked dogs or, like, whatever, you know, like, that was better than being a faggot in the schools I went to, you know. So if you were called that, you had to fight. There was no choice. It was either fight or get the shit beat out of you. Every day. Our fake caring modern selves will be appalled at our high school selves. I mean, I'm appalled at my high school self, not because of my attitudes, but because of my terrible hygiene. My room must have been I mean, I can't even imagine what the smell would have been like to like an outsider coming in. Hideous. Like, I literally like would shower like once a month maybe, and poorly at that. Like bare minimum, probably not much in the way of like even doing soap, just kind of like rinsing. So, just from a hygiene perspective, my high school self was terrible. I was definitely a fucking psycho. Like, they thought I was going to shoot up the school for sure. So, but, fuck. The idea was not without some appeal, to be honest with you. I fucking detested being in high school. So, but luckily I got through it without killing or even maiming anyone. So, it's all good now. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like one of the things is like the poor hygiene and like the terrible smell and like the really off-putting demeanor, the like ill-fitting clothes, the shaggy fucking unkempt appearance, all that stuff definitely served as a sort of thing that pushed people away, which is exactly what I needed at that time. Yeah. Am I gonna watch Run, Hide, Fight? I hadn't planned on it. I mean, I guess I might if it's free, sure. Yeah. There was actually this chick that rode my bus that was very attractive that hit on me. Even though I was like this like disgusting fucking unhygienic like frumpy neck beardy just like oozing dripping disgustingness kind of thing. I never trusted it. I was always like, what's this bitch's ulterior fucking motive here? She invited me to a party. I'm like, nope. I'm like getting like Carrie vibes and shit. Yeah. Well, that was one of the girls that flirted with me. They fucking do. Fuck your little stupid Ben meme. Like, which by the way, the fact that that meme comes from him is so fucking ironic, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, like, I never fucking went out with her. Once, she was actually working at as a waitress at a Waffle House, and my dad was like, dude, you gotta get this chick's fucking number. And I did. I just went in there, I'm like, hey, can I have your number? And she gave it to me. I never called her. Eventually, I stopped riding that fucking bus, so I stopped fucking even seeing her on the bus or whatever, but I don't know. I guess sometimes I do like think like, man, maybe I could have actually had a girlfriend in fucking high school, or at least a friend in high school that was a girl. But no, the short bus, yeah, it was real short, dude. If you're going to school in Louisiana, every bus is the short bus, because it is the South. Come on. I don't know what that girl's name was. I honestly don't remember. There was a girl who followed me to the bus every day and watched me from behind a corner. Yeah. There was a girl that used to fucking actually, another girl that flirted with me. So go ahead and do your stupid meme again. And I was such a fucking idiot. I don't know what the fuck possessed me to do it, but I fucking I wrote on my desk because I knew that like I had a class where after I had that class, she sat like I had a class that period, and then the next period she sat at that same table where I was sitting. So it's like period 1, I'm there. Period 2, she comes and sits at that same table. So I wrote on the table, such and such, her name is a lesbian, in like big permanent marker, right? Like right on the desk. And I don't know why I did it. She was always super nice to me. She was always super cool, super fucking friendly. Totally didn't deserve like me to write that and like whatever, but I did because I was just a dick. And like once again, don't even know what fucking possessed me. And after that, she hated my guts, of course. So that was another example of that old TJ smoothness. You know what I mean? When the girls flirt with me, and then I fucking write that they're lesbians on a desk. Yeah. Smooth. So smooth. You can get away with one, but don't spam it, for fuck's sake. She's such a romantic. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, why was I such a fucking piece of shit? Like, there was no reason to do that. She was so nice to me. Could have been my girlfriend. Could have at least been a friend, right? You know? Could have had a nice, friendly relationship. Could have remained friends. Had nice little chats with each other. But instead, I fucking have to be like an unnecessary cocksucking piece of shit. Why? Why did I do that? It's called self-sabotage, TJ. Yeah. Must have been it. Yeah, you know, whatever. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Progressive Voice, I haven't watched his stuff in a while, but I mean, I always thought it was good back in the day and shit. I don't know. Seemed like a smart, good dude. I don't know. I mean, okay, TJ, but at least you didn't shoot up the school. You have that going for you. Thank you. Do I think like you? Do I think I'm like BoJack? If I had to compare myself to any cartoon character who, I'd say I'm more like Krusty the Clown. That's who I remind myself of. Like, you know, when I see Krusty on that show, like I definitely see a healthy amount of myself, or maybe an unhealthy amount of myself, in Krusty, and definitely comic book guy too. Like, so if comic book guy and Krusty could somehow fucking reproduce and give birth to a Simpsons character that then was transported to the real world, that would be me. I always remember the time a cop looked through my locker because my teacher reported me as a potential shooter. They brought me into the office. They brought me to the office. They sent me to the school counselor. The school counselor gave me this really weird, like, 2-hour fucking interview about things I had said. Like, asked me about, like, times that I'd claimed to be a fucking vampire and shit. You know, and, you know, asked me about, like, listening to Marilyn Manson and shit, and, like, why I listened to that kind of music, why I dressed all in black, etc., etc. You know, it was like an inquisition. So it was really weird, and it was kind of cool because I realized that, like, because of Columbine, there was, like, people were now, like, afraid of me. Whereas, you know, I guess people had always been, like, wary of me because I was, like, obviously, like, disgusting and fucking neckbeardy as fuck and, like, really socially maladjusted and fucking odd. But after that, it was, like, more like a, is this motherfucker gonna, like, shoot us one day kind of fear? And I don't know. It was kind of cool. It felt like I went up a level in respect, you know? as fucked up as it is to say, Columbine did give us weird kids that. Because it was before we were just like, you're the weird piece of shit kid. And then, you know, you got bumped up to like potential shooter, which got you a little bit more respect. People were a little bit fucking more hesitant to fuck with you. It's like, that's the kid that might shoot us all. So, you know, it kind of helped out. I mean, I don't know. Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, silver lining, maybe. Yeah, Manson did try to get me to do cocaine with him a bunch of times. It was very abusive. Christian Slater was not kind of cool in Heathers. He was doing like a fucking straight up Jack Nicholson impersonation, and it was really cringy to me. And also the movie Heathers, I don't get it. Like, it seems really massively overrated from where I'm sitting, but I get that there's a lot of people who love it, so hey, good for you. Rock on. I'm glad you found something you enjoy, but I did not. I don't see what the big deal is. Dude, Friday the 13th, Part 4 is fucking awesome. So, you know, maybe Corey Feldman has not done much worth a fuck in his entire existence, but he's always going to have that, and that's always going to fucking rock. So, you can't take it from him, you know? Hey, Corn Pop. You think you're hiding? Because I can see you. Yeah, I can. You're right there. I see you. You're not actually hiding, buddy. Just so you know. Corn Pop for president. What do you think of Tommy Jarvis in the Friday the 13th series? Well, of course, he was played by Corey Feldman in the original. Then they aged him up for the next film, where they actually had like a fake out where the killer actually was not Jason in the end. Turned out that he was a Jason impersonator, which really upset the fans. And then they set it up at the end of that one, which I think was Part 5, which I think they called A New Beginning. So Part 4 was called The Final Chapter, which obviously it wasn't. Part 5 was called A New Beginning. And then Part 6 was called Jason Lives. So they ended Part 5 insinuating that Tommy Jarvis was going to become the new Jason. But they backed away from that when they realized no one wanted that. And so then that's when they fucking created the concept of Jason being a zombie that, you know, could not die, which was a tremendously good direction for the series to go in at that point. And Jason Lives probably widely considered to be the best of the series, I think. Maybe the first one. But for me, the first one, like, I don't even care about it because Jason's not in it, you know? Like, I don't give a fuck about Mrs. Voorhees. I think probably my favorite the films, though, is probably the 7th, after the Jarvis trilogy is concluded, and they bring on the fucking Carrie chick. Just because it's such an inspired idea. It's basically Carrie versus Jason. She's not actually Carrie, but she's as close to Carrie as you could possibly fucking get without going all the way. And just outright stealing from Stephen King. And that one's called The New Blood. The series kind of goes downhill after that. Because I believe 8 is Jason Takes Manhattan, 9 is Jason Goes to Hell, and then 10 is Jason X. So, yeah, 7 is definitely... Maybe it's not everyone's favorite, but it's definitely the last good one. Thanks, 13 Unmetal, for that kind donation. I'm assuming that's for me to review those songs of yours, so go ahead and send me those on Twitter. That elephant sound Jason makes when his mask breaks in part 8 is the funniest shit to me. Yeah, that is kind of weird. That is a terrible movie. That's probably my least favorite of the films because it so fails to deliver on its premise. You know, every one of these movies, at that point, you couldn't just sell Jason straight up. You had to have some kind of hook. Starting with, like, probably part 6, you needed some kind of hook beyond just Jason's back. So the hook in 6 was Jason lives, so he's going to be a zombie. Cool. Part 7, Jason's going to fight a psychic chick. Okay, cool. They really deliver on that actually really well, especially the final battle, which has several fake out endings. The part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, almost none of it takes place in the city. It's almost entirely on a boat. Makes no sense and is just generally terrible. Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell. Maybe it's not my favorite, but it at least delivers on the premise. You know, it does end with Jason going to hell. It has this whole body jumping thing where Jason's heart is jumping from body to body, attempting to be reborn. Probably has a little bit too much plot for a Friday the 13th movie, but whatever. Jason X, as stupid as it is kind of fun. Like, you know, it delivers on what it claims it's going to do. It gives you Jason in space. It fucking promises that. It delivers that. Freddy versus Jason, you know, say what you want about it. It does deliver on what it promises you. So Jason Takes Manhattan is the only one to just completely fall flat on what it promises. You know, I think there is some of it in Manhattan, obviously, but it's very, very small. Harry Potter versus Jason would be a pretty short movie. I'm pretty sure Harry Potter and his magic would dispense with Jason pretty easily. I don't think he would be much of a threat. The Friday the 13th remake, I actually tend to forget about that until people bring it up. Unwatchable. Total trash. It's shot so dark you can barely tell what's going on. Jason, it takes hostages. There's like a subterranean network of fucking hiding spots. I don't know. It's just really bad. Yeah, I give it 0 stars. Jason versus Austin Powers. Dude, did you see Mike Myers in that fucking Wayne's World sketch? He is not... He's not looking good, man. He looks weird. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. I hate that Freddy is a child rapist in the A Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Wasn't he always that? Like, I guess it never explicitly said in the original movies that he raped, but he was a child killer at least. So, I mean, he was always that. That was like kind of the premise, is like he's coming back to get the kids that he wasn't able to get in life, right? So, I don't know how that's really not anything new that the remake introduced. Yeah. Right, so... Yeah, Freddy's always been that. I don't know. Wes Craven said Freddy wasn't a pedophile. Okay, well, he's just a murderer then. He just kills children. So he's okay. It's okay, everyone. He only kills them. Jason versus Michael Myers. There's a great fan film of that, you know? It's on YouTube. Pretty well done. Lousy smarch weather. You like this corn pop? Come here and get it. Come here, the people want to see you. Everyone wants you. Look, corn pop. Dude, Seed of Chucky, I don't know why people don't like it. I guess it's like kind of weird or whatever, but to me, it's fucking funny as fuck. I mean, I don't know. I laughed my ass off. I thought it was funny. I thought it really... I mean, it was definitely a departure from the direction of the series or whatever, and I mean, I guess that they wanted to go more serious after that when they did, like, Cult of Chucky. But, like, I swear, like, I don't know. To me, Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky are probably my, like... They're not my favorite entries into the series, but, like, I don't know. I feel like Chucky worked really well as a fucking dark comedy, but a lot of people didn't like it, so whatever. And I just gotta say, fucking Jennifer Tilly is hot. She's still hot to this day. I think she's 105 years old, but she's hot to this day. I did not fall for Zombieland 2, so I couldn't tell you. I assume it's garbage. That's why I didn't see it. Yeah, I don't know. I watched the trailer and I'm like, nope, the magic's not there. I'm not seeing it. And I didn't. I think of the Leprechaun franchise. I was always a big fan of Leprechaun 3. The one where he's in Las Vegas. I like his limericks. I like the weird scene where the dude takes home the whore and starts fucking her, and then she turns into like this horrible robot for some reason and fucking kills him somehow. I don't even remember how. She just kind of like fucks him to death, maybe? I don't exactly remember how the mechanics behind his death, but you know, I don't know. Wasn't the whole thing with Freddy that he was suspected of doing it but didn't and was burned as a result? No. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe in some version. I haven't seen every iteration. The only one I haven't seen is the new one, so I guess that maybe that one says that. I don't know. So the ones that I like... There's only... Okay, so the Nightmare on Elm Street films I actually like are the first one, the third one, and Wes Craven's New Nightmare is okay. And that's kind of where I'm at. First one's brilliant, third one's brilliant, New Nightmare is okay, the rest of it is pretty meh. So that's 3 films, which I can like from that character. You know, whatever. Nightmare 4 is great. I never liked Nightmare 4 because it kills off the survivors from the previous film pretty unceremoniously, and I don't know. It just seemed kind of just dumb. I don't know. I never got into it. The gay subtext in 2 is kind of cool, but like it doesn't make up for the fact that the movie around that gay subtext still pretty much sucks. Like the gay stuff doesn't detract, but it doesn't add enough to like make it good. So whatever. I mean, hey, look, I don't begrudge anybody any fucking movie they might like, you know what I mean? Especially in the horror genre. I get it that, like, when it comes to horror movies, like, there's a lot of them that are bad that we nonetheless like because it's just doing something for us that maybe it's not doing for other people. Maybe that's true of all movies, but in that genre, that seems especially true. So it's like, hey, for me, Jason versus Carrie is just the kind of car crash I want to watch. That's why I love, Friday the 13th, 7, The New Blood. For someone else, maybe that's kind of stupid. And they're just like, I'm not really into that one. But it's just like, for me, it's my car crash. For you, it's like, I'd rather go watch this twisted, mangled wreck over here instead, The last Halloween movie, I thought pretty good. The house that Jack built, yeah. I do have an objection to that movie, though. I think that Jack should have gotten away with it all. I think he should have escaped hell and kept on killing. I think that would have been a cooler ending. I don't like that I don't like that they had this, like, thing where, and then he falls to his death, and it's like, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. It's like, all right. I guess he got his comeuppance or whatever, but, like, kind of ballless after all that to just, like, and then he went to hell and paid for what he'd done. To me, it would have been way more funny if he just, like, pole vaulted right over that fucking gap and was like, all right, I cheated hell and now I'm back killing again, Yeah, I don't understand why he didn't, like, go try to get some kind of, like, something to pole vault with, do a few practice vaults, Like, was it really, like, the only thing you could do was, like, try to circumnavigate the fucking periphery of the fucking cave? I mean, that doesn't make no damn sense. um, you know. But whatever. It's still a cool movie. I think the Scream movies are all good. I don't know. I saw the first 3 of them, I want to say. Is Jack's ego loving that? I mean, well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I get it. Whatever, sure. I'm not... Like, I get why the character did what he did. But, I just feel like, would have been like a cooler, more subversive ending. Yeah, that was one cool thing about the Saw movies is the bad guys usually got away with all the fucking torture they inflicted in those. Saw is a one-trick pony, but I feel like the trick worked 2 or 3 times. But then it stopped, What's the name of that walrus again? What? What did Clout Dad do? Whatever. Come on, CJ. Like the first 5 Saw movies, okay, but then they quickly turn to shit. Yeah, I don't know. I probably checked out around 3. But, I gotcha. Yeah, you can always ban someone like that. You know what? I'm just going to stop questioning when you ban somebody. You just fucking do it. What did you think? I mean, obviously, the fucking standard. I have the whole Saw series on Blu-ray, but I just cringe too damn hard to watching it. Yeah. I don't know. I think they get really convoluted after a while. Yeah, like the point where they get to the contrivance of like Jigsaw is dead, but he laid out a bunch of fucking plans moving forward into like several movies is like, okay. I think that we're like attributing way too much genius to Jigsaw at this fucking point, you know? Like he was an engineer, not a fucking prophet of like every single fucking choice that everyone would make for the next fucking several years. How far across the room can that sweet spit reach? I don't know. I guess it depends on how fucking far you fling it. I don't know, man. I always thought it was kind of bullshit, that one chick that escaped in like the first Saw movie that like turns out to be working with Jigsaw in like the second or third one or whatever the fuck. Like her trap was like super easy to get out of compared to like the other people's. I was always like, that's not fair. Like it wasn't like she wanted to live anymore. It's just she got a way fucking easier trap. Like what the fuck? So yeah, like her shit was fucking super easy compared to like everyone else's, you know? I never liked Rob Zombie's vision of Halloween, so I can't really say I'm too disappointed that he didn't continue his franchise. Why is Paul so much funnier, thinner, and charismatic than you? Paul sycophant? Okay. He's just, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just a botched Paul clone, you know? Rob Zombie sucks. Yeah. Rob Zombie sucks for a multitude of levels. So, Rob Zombie sucks, first of all, because his last like 3 or 4 albums have completely lacked any passion whatsoever. Even when he did have passion, his lyrics were basically gibberish. He's kind of an asshole if you actually watch him in interviews. And he's not an asshole in even like a fun way. He's just kind of like standoffish and a dick. His movies fucking pretty much uniformly suck. The only one that I liked was Devil's Rejects, and I really only kind of liked that one. And when Marilyn Manson got in all this hot water, one of the first motherfuckers to unfollow him was Rob Zombie. So he's also, I mean, then you want to tell me, like, anything Marilyn Manson has done in terms of, like, mistreating groupies, which I don't know or claim to know, but, like, Rob Zombie has definitely done the exact same kind of shit. So, like, I don't know who the fuck he thinks he's fooling with that shit. But, you know. I just think Rob Zombie is Suckfest 9000. No good. No bueno. And the longer he exists, the more he proves to me that he sucks. Yeah, like, I don't buy it. Yeah, I don't know anyone who likes Rob Zombie's movies. I don't really know anyone who likes his music at this point. I don't know. He's just like, I find him to be really fucking like lazy and uninspired, but I mean, hey, whatever, you know. I mean, at least he's out there creating what he wants, I guess. I don't know. I try not to be too much of an asshole about it. I see the third is, oh, excuse me, in his Devil's Rejects movies. No, I didn't see him. I didn't see that one. Scotty watched it and basically reported back to me that it's like not worth watching. So I pretty much trust Scotty. Like if Scotty says something totally sucks, it probably sucks. You know. We might disagree to some extent on film, but like if he says something totally sucks ass, like I've never fucking there's never been something where he's like it completely and utterly sucks on every level and then I check it out and I'm like, actually it's pretty good. Like it's never happened. At least I can remember. So if Scotty tells me something sucks, I avoid it. What about Stevie? Would you believe Stevie the same way? No. No, if Stevie says something sucks, I don't really put much stock in that. Not because, I mean, like, I just don't feel like I have the same taste as Stevie. Like, I feel like there's, you know, Scotty and I have more similar taste than Stevie and I do. What about the Black Cauldron? I mean, Scotty knows the fucking Black Cauldron sucks ass, okay? Like, he might put on fucking a, a fucking air of, like, he likes it or some nonsense, but he does not. Dragula. Why are you cats running around like a bunch of damn psychos? Oh, yeah? Is that why? Okay. Has any film managed to genuinely frighten or disturb you? I can't think of one. Stevie got wrenched in ideology today, so his life's not all bad. That's funny. Hereditary. I mean, whatever. It was like cool, I guess. Didn't disturb me. Oh shit. No, I dropped my fucking lighter under the couch. No. Fuck. When can we be a family again? When the angels win a pennant. When the angels win a pennant. What a fucking... That kid is so fucking retarded, dude. Like, you did not understand fucking sarcasm? Like, what would the fucking two things even... Like, how would that even connect? Whatever. Fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Doesn't Rob Zombie have an album called Venomous Rat? No. He has an album called Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor. Do your cats keep the mice at bay? I mean, I haven't seen a mouse, so I assume. Pretentious, more like nonsensical, I would say. I guess kind of pretentious, but more just like nonsense. I think Clout was just timed out. I don't think he was actually banned. Usually people are given a chance. This is not Paul's chat, so usually people are given a couple chances, unless they're just like being total pieces of shit. So it's way more common that you see times out here than see bans, because usually we'll give people a couple chances to like not be douchebags. Yeah, and also there's misunderstandings too. So, is nonsense inherently bad? No, I don't think it's inherently bad, but I think that is an example of bad nonsense. Now, maybe you hear the title Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor and you think to yourself, that sounds cool. And if that's the case, then rock on. Cool. Great for you. I'm super stoked that you're into it. But for me, it sounds really lazy and dumb. It just sounds like a game of Mad Libs gone awry. Like, because, like, if you're going to string a bunch of nonsense words together, I feel like they should at least sound cool, like, phonetically. And I feel like Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor is actually, like, it's almost a tongue twister. It's not quite, but it's not, it doesn't flow. It doesn't have a good flow to it. It doesn't have like a nice sound to it. It just sounds Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor. You know, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. If it works for you, like I said, fucking rock on. Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor. I don't know. It just doesn't sound good. TJ, I finished watching your Gina Carano video. Do you find worrying how conservative victimisms attach itself to the Holocaust? Is pretty dumb and offensive to me. Yeah, I mean, it's really stupid. Like, conservatives are dumb. Like, I don't know how that's not a news flash to me. Like, yeah, they're idiots. They're definitely the dumbest political group. Like, you can say that libertarians are like the most naive and hypocritical. You could say that liberals are like insufferable. You could say that leftists are like contentious, ornery, fucking uncompromising idiots. But like at the end of the day, conservatives are just dumb. Like, you know what I mean? They're just not bright people. Like, I've met people who are libertarians who, even though I think they're naive and like overly idealistic, I can recognize within them a spark of intelligence. I've met people who are liberals who, you know, even though I think that they're like milk toast and their solutions don't go nearly far enough, and they're like chained and shackled completely to the idea of incremental change, even as circumstances clearly call for something stronger, whatever, I can still recognize some basic intelligence in a number of liberals. Leftists, even though they're fucking sanctimonious, self-righteous, LARPing, fucking divisive, fucking whatever the fuck, you know, there's a lot of intelligent ones. Conservatives, like, the only intelligent conservatives are the people who are just saying conservative shit to grift. Like, anyone who actually believes the shit that conservatives believe is a fucking dumbass. Because their worldview is not even based in reality or logic or even anything that it bears a fucking resemblance to those things. And they don't even want good things. Like, the stuff that they want and prize is negative and harmful and like counterproductive for all of humanity. So they're just dumb, stupid, idiot people. But, you know, I don't feel like they should be penalized for being idiots. I mean, maybe in terms of like, I don't want them holding political office, but like, if one of them works at the Subway slicing my fucking ham sandwich, like, okay. If one of them is like an actress in a TV show that I watch, I don't care, you know? Like, oh well. They're not making policy in that position, so. Do I believe Ben Shapiro really believes what he's saying, or is he just grifting? Oh, he's 100% a grifter. In my view, of course. I mean, I can't prove it. But I believe he's 100% a grifter. I don't think he's like a good person other than that. Like, I think he's just kind of an asshole, but whatever. What is grifting? Saying shit politically that you don't really believe just because you think it's what people want to hear, because you think you'll make money off of them if you tell them what they want to hear. Ben Shapiro's novel. No, I haven't heard of it. I mean, well, I've heard of it, but I haven't read it or anything. But, the thing about grifting is that you could pretty much label anyone a grifter. There's no standard of evidence for it. So that's why I really don't lean on it too much. And I really don't think it matters if someone's a grifter or not, because, whether they're honest about their views or not, they are representative of the views they espouse. So I think that I just treat everyone as if they're being forthright, because even if I fucking point at someone and say, you're lying, that's not what you really believe, it doesn't matter. They're still espousing it, and people are still listening to it, so I still have to confront it directly, whether they believe it or not. So I've never really placed too much emphasis on the grifting thing, but that being said, yeah, I think Ben Shapiro is a grifter. Addicta? I don't know what that is. Your old video, smart versus conservative, still holds up today. I mean, I'm sure it does. It sounds like it does. Conservatives, I mean, they've been dumb my entire life, so I don't know. It's always like, I always feel like people are getting shocked by the new depths of how stupid conservatives are, but it's like they've always been stupid. Like Bush, Palin, Trump, like they love stupid. They're in love with dumb. They venerate and worship idiocy. Like, what do you expect? What about Buckley? I don't know who that is. McCain and Romney. I don't think those guys are dumb. I just think they're assholes. I haven't seen a conservative politician I thought was intelligent or even a rational human being. No. The problem is, if they were rational, they wouldn't be they wouldn't be fucking conservative. So you can't. There's not a good rationale for it. Like, it's just like, hey, I'm gonna go against the evidence because that's what John Wayne would do. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. What are you doing, kitty? This cat's going wild. Wild cat. Get it. Get it. What is it? What are you getting? What do you even have? What even is this? Oh, you're chewing on one of my flossers, huh? I guess that's okay. A Dr. Sleep poster. Explain immediately. Dr. Sleep is not that bad of a movie. And I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's got the red rum thing on it. I don't know. It's like a cool poster. What do you want? Like, it's not even that bad. Who cares? Like, it's not as good as The Shining, but it's like pretty decent. So, who gives a fuck? How big is my TV? It is that big. I don't know. It's big enough. No mean. Dude, Venom illegally stream a movie or no balls? What? How fucking dare you? I could probably find some in the public domain to fucking stream, but I can't stream a, you know. How do you feel about teachers who espouse their political beliefs to their classes? They probably shouldn't, I would say. Oops. TJ, many in Europe think U.S. politics is actually completely right-wing, even the Democrats. Do you agree? Yes. The Democrats are, by and large, a right-wing party. I don't think they're entirely a right-wing party, but they're a party whose politics range from the center to the right, maybe, at best. I don't think teachers should use their position to proselytize political ideology. You know, whoa, fucking psycho. You're crazy. You're a fucking lunatic, Corn Pop. Why are you such a nut job, huh? Sorry, I guess I shouldn't hold the camera like that. You fucking goddamn lunatic. You're fucking insane, dude. You're not even a house cat. You're a fucking wild ass cat. Feral cat. Don't bully him. Rude. They say I'm rude to you, Corn Pop. Am I rude? Bye, corn pup. What's my fashion like nowadays? Oh, it's incredible. You wouldn't even believe how fucking fashionable. Alright, I'm gonna take you through this so you can fucking see how fucking... So I wear socks, right? There's like, these are the fucking socks, as you can see, creme de la creme of fashion. And then blue jeans, which I have rolled up, right? So that they don't get under my feet when I walk, because they're baggy. And I'm not wearing my shoes right now. And then the piece de resistance, a t-shirt with no design or branding of any kind. Holy fucking shit. You know, like you can't even fucking fathom that shit. And then there's Squeaky, the calmer, more sedate kitty. You're just chilling, Squeaky. Yeah. So avant-garde. Now that's a cat. Yep. Now that's what I call Cat, Volume 3. How drunk / high is TJ now? I'm totally sober. Oh, wait, that's not true. I've been smoking weed. I'm totally not drunk. Pepe Le Pew could never be done today. That's probably true. My cats are substandard. Damn, Squeaks, you gonna take that shit? Motherfucker be talking shit. Squeaks, you gonna fucking take that shit off this motherfucker? Does that tail twitch mean you're gonna kill him? I'm gonna take that as a yes. You gotta watch out for that tail whip. That means your ass is grass. How many cats you got? 2. I have 2 cats. Courage the Cowardly Dog couldn't be done today? Why not? I feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog could probably be done today. Why not? Why couldn't Courage the Cowardly Dog be done? What? Kids would get too scared. Really? Yeah, I agree. The world is scarier than that show for sure. Teach you look bored. If you don't feel like doing something, just play a video game. Keep your mind busy and active. This is a video game. TJ is scared of me. Yep. Clout Dad. Clout Dad! Clout Dad! Why am I scared of you again? I'm not a gamer. I don't really play video games. I've lost weight here and there. I've not really been great in 2021. I was really good about dieting in 2020. 2021 has fucked me up. How long does it use the gamer word? What's the gamer word? Why'd you beat up Kyle Kalinske? Because of his insensitive old tweets. The N-word. I mean, it hasn't been that long, fuck. Respond to me, coward. You are afraid. Okay, sorry. Yes, I am terrified. Okay, yeah, I heard you I heard you, Ian, okay? I've chosen not to respond to that. I don't agree. I'll just put that out there. I don't think that's the reason. But maybe it is. I don't know. I saw it the first 50 times. Obviously, you're going to keep spamming it, so... Yeah, I see it. I hear you. I really do. Coronavirus opinion? I don't know. I don't want it, you know? Like, I wish they'd make the vaccine available to me already so I could, like, get it. Communist Jezebel. Hey, T. Gina. Thanks. Excuse me. Especially, I know I've had a few friends with COVID at this point, and they all say that they lose their sense of taste, and I really don't want that because I really like eating. Maybe it'd be good for my diet. I don't know. What do you do now? Maybe you should just ban him. If he's been banned, if he's been timed out twice, I don't know. Next time, just ban him. Give him one more chance. 3 strikes, you're out. I mean, it's not really hard to get noticed by me in here because that's what I'm here to do, is talk to people. So I'm not like somebody who maintains like a super rigid, like, I'm not gonna ever talk to the audience kind of thing. So it's pretty easy to get in here and talk to me. That's what I come here to do. I can't promise I'm gonna be nice because I'm fucking usually a dick, but whatever. You know, me and Paul, we are YouTubers of an older breed. YouTubers of the people. Salt of the earth YouTubers. Not these highfalutin YouTubers of the day with their fancy cars and their soirees and such. We represent an older style of YouTube. A YouTuber who did not think of himself as above the audience, but as equal. Emphasis on salt, yeah. True. Somnia. Hold on. I'm hungry. Corn pop, get out of there. Whoa. Say goodnight, Corn Pop. Bye-bye. You gotta go. You've had an eventful night. It's time. Yep. It's time to go to bed. Corn Pop is officially banned. Squeaks, I guess you're probably hungry. All right. Where's your food? We have some food that we took out for you earlier. Guess not. Okay. Whatever. Oh, there it is. How'd I get way up there? Shut up. You know, it's gotta be one of the worst things about cats is they do not shut up when they're about to be fed. At least Squeaks doesn't. It's like, okay, I'm feeding you, Squeaks. You can see that I'm going to get his food. And yet, he still insists on meowing at me the whole time I do it. It's like, why? You can see I'm getting your shit. I don't understand. Like, you know? Like, I'm doing it. I'm doing what you fucking want, man. Quit being a bitch about it. You don't like meows? No. I really don't. Damn, and you know what? I never did go get another lighter. Sorry. One more minute. I need to track down another lighter. When we're doing the bad bed marathon, you gotta pick on Scotty for that one. He's the one that fucking won't do it. Tell Scotty quit being a pussy. Just do it without him? No way. Fuck that. Why does he get to get out of it? No. I'm not doing it unless his ass does it. Making him suffer through it is part of the fucking whole thing. Do I put onions in my tomato soup? I haven't really made a tomato soup. I'm making a chicken and mushroom and rice soup tomorrow. Or I was going to, but I think I'm actually going to end up ordering a pizza because we're having company, so. Will there be an onion in that? Yeah, I think so. There's onions in most soups that I make, so I would assume. Yeah, bisques are good. I like corn crab bisque. You don't hate onions. You eat more onions than you even probably fucking fathom, so. You might not like eating actual chunk of onion, but I guarantee it's been in a great many things you do enjoy, so. I mean, a bisque is not a meal. A bisque is something you eat like a cup of as a lead up to a meal, you know? But whatever. Respond to me on Instagram. I got something you need to see. Well, I'll fucking check it out when I have a chance. I'm doing a stream right now. I'm sure I'll fucking see it when I see it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Fuck. Who's the coolest Greek god? I always liked Zeus, personally. But, you know. Tulsi's doing a grifting-ass podcast, huh? Cool. Did you remember meeting you in Seattle? We smoked some joints and it was great. Cool. I'm glad you liked it. He's like Aquaman, but cool. Cool. Oh. I don't know. I don't feel like I've said anything interesting in like 20 minutes now. So maybe it's time for this to wind up. Kratos is best pony. Mm-hmm. Are you rocking like Rain Man, TJ? Because I always do. Wind up, yeah. Wind down, I guess. I don't know. I want to make a mainstream blockbuster TJ movie and cast Jason Momoa, and he has to get fat for the role. Okay. I'll end on that note, I think. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time.